ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಇದು ಇದ್ಯಾಕೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ? ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟು. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಸ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ತರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ದಿನಾಂಕ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಆಚಾರ ಏನು ವಿಚಾರ ಏನು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ತಿಳಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ನಾಯಕರಾದಂಥ ಆನಂದ್ ಶರ್ಮಾ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹಿರಿಯ ನಾಯಕರು, ನಮ್ಮ ಉಪಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಾದಂಥ ಬಿ ಎಲ್ ಶಂಕರ್ ಅವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿಗಳಂತ ಮನ್ಸೂರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಾಜಿ ಮೇಯರ್ MS ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ PR ರಮೇಶ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಕಾರ್ಯದರ್ಶಿ ಶೈಫುಲ್ಲಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮ ಮಿತ್ರರೇ, ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರೆ. ಮೇ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಏನು ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಹಳ ಹಿಂದೆನೆ ಈ ಕೋಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ತರಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇಬ್ಬರೂ ಸೇರಿ ಎಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರವನ್ನು ದುರುಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೋ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೊನೆಗೂ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅವರು ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟು ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆದರೂ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷದಿಂದ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಶುಭ ದಿನ, ಶುಭ ಮುಹೂರ್ತ, ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ದಿನ. ನಾವು ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಮೇ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು, ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಪೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಗೇನ್, ಮೇ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಬರೀ ಮತದಾನದ ದಿನ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರವನ್ನ, ಭಾರಿ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಂಡ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರವನ್ನ ಬಡಿದು ಓಡಿಸುವಂತ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದಂತ ದಿನ. ಮೇ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಹೊಸನಾಡನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟುವಂತ ದಿನ. ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಶೀಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕವನ್ನ, ಹೊಸನಾಡನ್ನ, ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರ ಮುಕ್ತವನ್ನ ಕಟ್ಟುವಂತ ಒಂದು ದಿನ. ಮೇ 10 ನವ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ದಿಕ್ಕನ್ನೇ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ದಿನ. ಇಡೀ ದೇಶ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಜನತೆಯ ಮತದಾರರ ತೀರ್ಪನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು 2 ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಹೊಸ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮತದಾರರೇ ಆ ದಿನವನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ನಾಮವನ್ನ ಕೊಡಂತ ಒಂದು ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದಂತ ದಿನ. ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬರುವ ದಿನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ, ಅದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬರುವಂತ ದಿನ, ಆ ಮೇ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ದಿನ. ಬರಲಿದೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ, ತರಲಿದೆ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನ, ಪ್ರಗತಿಯನ್ನ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಮೂಲ ಮಂತ್ರ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯವನ್ನ ನೀವೇ ಬರೆಯುವಂತ ದಿನ. ಬರಲಿದೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್, ತರಲಿದೆ ಪ್ರಗತಿ. ಈ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಒಂದೇ ಹಂತದ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅವರು ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಅವರು ಅನೇಕ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನ, ಹೊಸ ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿಯನ್ನ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನರು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಜಾಗೃತಿಯನ್ನ ಪಡಿಸಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಧಿಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ದುರುಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಆಯಾಮವನ್ನ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನು ತರಬಹುದು, ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಜನ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ಬಯಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಳ್ತ ಪಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಅಡಿಯಾಳ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನನಗೊಂದು ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮುಗಿತು. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯ, ನಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು. ಹಿಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಕಳೆದ 4 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಈ ಡಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತ ತೊಂದರೆ, ನೋವು, ದುಃಖ, ದುಮಾನ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಾಂದಿ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ಗೇನೋ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟ ಅಧಿಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ರೆ ಮೋದಿನ ಯಾಕಿಲ್ಲೇ ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ 2 ಸತಿ ಕರೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನಾಯಕರನ್ನ ಲೀಡರ್ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಲಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ತಾಲೂಕು ಹೋಬಳಿ ಆಗಿ ತಿರುಗಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಡಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಗೂ ತಿರುಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲ. ಮನೆಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಹಿಂದೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅಮಿತ್ ಶಾ ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರು ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳ ಮನೆಗೆ, ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಮನೆಗೆ, ಯಡಿಯೂರಪ್ಪನವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಾಕ್ಸಿ ಕೈ ತೊಳೆದು ರೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದೇನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರ? ಏನಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಭಯ ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾನೇ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಫೋಟೋಗಳೇ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಹೇಳಿ. ಭ್ರಷ್ಟಾಚಾರದ ನಿರ್ಮೂಲನೆಗೆ, 40% ಕಮಿಷನ್ ನ ನಿರ್ಮೂಲನೆಗೆ, ಏನು ಜನ ನೋವನ್ನ ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ದಿನ ಪಿಕ್ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆ ಪಿಕ್ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮೇ 10ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಹೊಸ ದಿನ. ಯಾವುದು ತಿರುಬಾಣ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಚ್ಚರಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಲೋಕಾಯುಕ್ತ ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನು ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಬರೀ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿಚಾರ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಲೆಟರ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೋ, ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬೇರೆ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ತರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ 4:15 ಗಂಟೆ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೂತ್ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚಿತವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಗಳಿಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಗೆ 50 ವೋಟನ್ನ ಹಾಕಿ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾವು ಚುನಾವಣೆಯನ್ನ ಮತವನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಜ್ಜು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲವು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಹಳೆ ಮಿಷಿನ್ಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ, ಏಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಚುನಾವಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜಾಗೃತ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಅವರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್, ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ತಿರಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಮಿಷನ್ ತಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ನಾನು ಅಭಿನಂದಿಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್, ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆನಂದ್ ಶರ್ಮಾ is here. He will address the press conference. Then he will address in English. Then anything is there, we will take up the questions according to in Kannada also. Either me or Mr. B.L. Shankar will translate anything is being required on this. He is a very most senior leader. I was the district youth Congress president. He was my national president. This is the relationship what we have. Last 40 years back, he was the All India Youth Congress president. Nanjemat was the president here. I was the district president. He was the national president. A long innings, a very vibrant student leader who has grown from the student to this national politics. He can debate on any international subject. Such a great orator skill, Mr. Anand Sharma is a good friend of mine. I welcome to Karnataka and address the media today. I'm here with you. English.
No Hindi. English.
Hindi letter, English.
In between, little bit. Okay.
English.
We put that down because there is too much of sun.
No, leave it, nothing.
ಅದೊಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ
He can pick this one up.
ಅದೊಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೊಡ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡು
That one he can move
ಅದು
up.
ಪಕ್ಕದ ಬೇಕಾರಪ್ಪ
Okay. That's it. Namaskar. The President of Karnataka PCC, a dynamic leader who has also come through the same movement to which he was referring to, the student and youth movement, D.K. Shivkumar, our old colleague in the party, Shankar, Ramesh, former mayor of Bengaluru, Mansoor Khan, Nasir Ahmed and Ramesh Babu. Right? I recognize. And friends from the media. Our President of the PCC has already briefed you on what is the main issue today for Karnataka and where the country is also looking forward to, the return of the Congress. I have come here in your midst to speak about two important national matters. One is the siege of Indian democracy, the parliamentary democracy. It's not only it is under threat, there is a siege of parliamentary democracy. Never before in the history of this country, since the parliament was established and first elections in 1952, that the opposition has been completely denied its voice. And it's the ruling party, it's not only in India but nowhere in the world, that the ruling party is derailing the budget session of Parliament, not allowing any discussion. And therefore, the message is clear. They are rattled, they are scared. That if there is a debate on issues that have been raised by Rahul Gandhi or by the Congress party, the BJP will have many questions to answer. So it is for the people now to judge if the powerful leadership of the government, the BJP, is scared of a discussion on the floor of the Parliament, what message is there? There cannot be a denial of the right to speak to an elected member of Parliament, like in case of Shri Rahul Gandhi. First they raised the bogey, which was false, of Rahul Gandhi having made statements abroad. Statements which were against the interest of India and its democracy. That is not true. Which was the forum when the ministers of the government leveled such scurrilous charges against a senior leader of the opposition? Where will he answer that? Where will he reply to them? That was the floor of the Lok Sabha. But that was not allowed. We reject completely the allegations that have been made, the false claims of the BJP on that issue. As I mentioned, their target was clear, not to allow him to speak. And that was after the 7th February speech, where he asked certain questions. The Congress party has come out with detailed statements. Today again, I'm asking Mansoor and our party colleagues to distribute after this the statement, which is Congress statement for today, as we have press conferences across the country, which gives you the sequence and the details. India's parliament, what is parliament about? Parliament is to discuss and debate. That is the highest forum in a democracy. And as the old saying goes, in parliament, opposition must have its say, and the government may have its way. It's not that the government will have its way and the opposition will have no say, and the parliamentary democracy will survive. That is the threat which I started with. India's parliament has constituted many times Joint Parliamentary Committee, that is JPC, when some serious matter has been raised. Since India's independence, there have been many occasions when the Prime Ministers agreed to the setting up of JPC, whether it was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru or Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi ji's time. Don't forget that there was a JPC on Bofors. Narasimha Rao ji's time. And there was a JPC when there was the stock market scam. The JPC was set up. Dr. Manmohan Singh's government, it was the same ruling party which was in opposition. When they asked for the JPC, JPC was set up. Though what has subsequently been proven, even in the case of 2G scam, what was said was a so-called presumptive loss theory has been trashed by law, by court judgments and verdicts. Those are false accusations. Here there is a major report which has come out against a big business group, Adani Group. And the owner rose very fast. We have no objection to somebody rising in business. But with the support of the state, patronage, to become the number 2 in the world. And the report accuses of big financial fraud, round-tripping of money, financial manipulation. It's a huge report, the Hindenburg report. What has come out in public domain, that over $5.5 billion, that would be about 45,000 crore rupees given the current exchange rate. More than half of it came through opaque sources. We have the list, which will be there in the press release we will give. So you have $3.75 billion coming, and question should not be asked from where this money has come. It's come in Indian companies. Should the RBI not examine it, investigate? Should the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence not investigate? Should the ED not investigate? Should the SFIO, the Serious Fraud Information Office, not investigate? And that too at a time when India is hosting the G20 summit, and we are part globally, we have partied the FATF, the Financial Action Task Force, and the sharing of information with the member countries. Countries share this information. Why is India resisting? I'm referring to the government. The BJP may say the Supreme Court has ordered an inquiry that will be limited in scope. SEBI has its limitations. Other agencies have limitations because they do not have the power or the mandate under the Constitution to demand government files, to demand those documents which cannot be made available to any government organization. Only the JPC, which has the constitutional right and mandate to ask for any document, any file, any decision, including the sanction of loans by the Reserve Bank of India or the State Bank of India, or the decisions on investments where people's money is involved. SBI, whose money is in the State Bank of India? Yours and mine, people of India. LIC, common Indian citizens' money, LIC policy holders, which you invest in one company. And now the latest is the employees' provident fund money. Should the questions not be asked? It's better, never late, instead of stalling the parliament if the government accepts the demand for JPC. Other issue is about Rahul Gandhi's membership of the Lok Sabha, the manner of disqualification is not what it appears to be, that under law something has happened and immediately the disqualification takes place. First, it has never happened before. The charge is of a speech made on March 13 in 2019 in Kolar in Karnataka. And a complaint is filed by this complainant, a BJP MLA from Gujarat, Purnesh Modi, on 16th of March. Nothing happens because there was no basis, no ground, no prima facie case. It is settled law, and that's my challenge to the BJP, that if there is any reference made to an unidentified and indeterminate community, no charge of criminal defamation can ever be levied. I am repeating the word, unidentifiable and indeterminate community. Then nobody can claim the cause of grievance to file for criminal defamation. But this happened. Mature democracies do not accept defamation as a crime. There is a global movement now that it will shut out the political narrative, criticism of the authoritarian governments, if these charges are levied against important leaders of opposition, or for that matter, those who are critical of the state. But what happened? This very complainant, who is not aggrieved, let me also explain to you. Of the 3 persons referred to, 2 are absconders, fugitives, fraud, those who have committed fraud. Nirav Modi and Lalit Modi. What is the complaint? Is the truth. But when we talk of the Modi surname is among the Hindus, among the Muslims, amongst the Parsis. Even in Gujarat, if you read the 104 castes are there, the list is Muslim Ganchi, Hindu Ganchi, Ganchi Modi, Modwa Samaj, they are Baniyas. Even in there, they are Vaishnavas, they are Jains.
Here Lingayats Karnataka.
Yes, now D.K. Shivkumarji says they are Lingayats there. And yes, it's all over India. They are spread. That's why, and they are Brahmins too. In Bihar, if you look at the 124 caste list, they are referred to as Guptas or Baniyas. In Haryana, they belong to the Agarwala community, the Agarwals. In UP, the same. So what did Rahul Gandhi do? This is, Karnataka is having elections. Suddenly he has insulted OBC. Which OBCs did he insult? We reject that charge completely. Allow the parliament to function, allow our leaders to speak, we will expose. But what this very complainant did, last year in February he himself goes to the High Court and asks for a stay of the trial in this case. Important. After 7th February speech in Lok Sabha this year, the same complainant goes to the High Court to vacate the stay for the trial to resume, and the trial starts. On the 17th of February, this motion is moved. 27th February, the hearing starts. And 23rd of March, maximum sentence under 499 and 500 of the IPC, maximum punishment, 2 years plus fine, is imposed on Rahul Gandhi. Think of it. Somebody, we can understand disqualification if somebody has committed a murder, dacoity, rape, serious corruption charges. Here, a non-existent charge of criminal defamation and maximum punishment within 3 weeks and disqualification in 18 hours or 20 hours. That's what happened. This judgment is a flawed judgment. We respect the law and the Indian judicial processes. I have no doubt, no hesitation as a student of law to tell you that this judgment will be trashed and reversed. It's important for the country and India's democracy that the higher judiciary acts and reverses this. There is nothing called automatic disqualification even under law. Even if those who have read the Representation of People Act, Section 8, and 8, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, which deal with it. Under 8.2 and 8.3, the details are given for what you can be disqualified, what is taken as an offence of defamation or an offence under the Representation of People Act. So it was under 8.1e, there's A, B, C, D, E, that this charge was levied, criminal defamation. Under 8.3, it is disqualification. There was a judgment in 2013 in one of the cases in which the Supreme Court has struck down 8.4, Lily Thomas case, which I will say I'm absolutely convinced as a student of constitutional law that that judgment is also flawed. So Supreme Court will have to revisit that judgment. Because somebody accused of serious offences has a right to appeal. That's a fundamental right of any citizen. But here, before the appeal can be filed, disqualification takes place. Sentence is executed. Also, the disqualification itself will not hold water. Why? From where does this Representation of People Act comes? It comes from Article 103 of the Constitution of India. When you look at the Parliament, it is 102, 103. Who heads the Parliament as per India's Constitution is the Rashtrapati, the President of India. What does Article 103 says for disqualification? It is the President to decide. Reference has to go to the President. Even Lily Thomas case, the President's constitutional prerogative is not removed. There is no reference made to the President of India. Who gave the authority? Neither the Speaker, I must say with all due respect, nor the Secretariat of the Lok Sabha have been given the authority under the Constitution of India to disqualify. The wording is very clear. Shall be disqualified. It's not stands disqualified. If you are convicted, if the wording in the Constitution was which shall stand disqualified, then only Rahul Gandhi's disqualification can be understandable and acceptable under law. Under shall be disqualified by whom? That has to be by the President and none else. So there is a Congress agitation throughout the country. It will continue for a month. We believe in Gandhian values. We are going to the people with our case. It's a larger issue. It's not a question of an individual leader, a leader of a national party. As I said, it's about India's parliamentary democracy and the direction that our country is taking. And Indian National Congress is trying to sensitize, inform, and mobilize the people of India against what has happened. Thank you.
ಏನು ಇವತ್ತು ಆನಂದ್ ಶರ್ಮಾರವರು ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿಯವರ ಏನು ಅವರು ಸದಸ್ಯತ್ವನ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನ್ ಕೋಲಾರ ಭಾಷಣದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮೇ 5ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಇದೇ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಿ ಮೇ 5ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಮೇ 5th ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 5th ನಾಳೆ ಈ ತಿಂಗಳು ಮುಂದಿನ 5ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಬರುವ 5 ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 5ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಅದೇ ಭೂಮಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಕೋಲಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಸತ್ಯಮೇವ ಜಯತೆ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿಯವರ ಮೂಲ ಮಂತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಹೋರಾಟವನ್ನ ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದ ಉದ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದಲೇ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಯಾರಿ ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ತಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಆಹ್ವಾನವನ್ನ ನಾನು ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಆ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದಂತಹ ಹೋರಾಟದ ದಿನ ಚಾಲನೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಭಾಷಣವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷಣದಿಂದ ಈ ದೇಶದ ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವ ಕೊಗ್ಗೊಲೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯವರು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಇವತ್ತು ಪ್ರಜಾಪ್ರಭುತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೋ ಆ ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದನೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗಿ ಈ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ರಾಜಕೀಯದ ತಿರುವು, ಒಂದು ಬದಲಾವಣೆಯ ಗಾಳಿ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೂ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೂ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇದು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಆ ವಿಚಾರನ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆನಂದ್ ಶರ್ಮಾ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. The section, the act, the law, what is democracy. So I think it is a very shame on the entire country, democracy, how BJP is missing its power. There is a law of nature. The sun has to set, a new sun has to rise. So it will start and it will be the beginning of the end. ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಆನಂದ್ ಶರ್ಮಾ, if you have any questions to ask in Kannada, English, you are most welcome.
Some details about the rally that is going to start here. Some details about.
No, that is rally. I am there to answer on the rallies. On 5th of April, Rahul Gandhi will be addressing. I am sure Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge also will be coming to that, my ACC president, and all important national leaders also will be participating in that. We are starting Satyameva Jayate. Right.
Whether the Rahul Gandhi is
ಯಾವ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಜೆಪಿ
a
ಅವರ
reason for such condition
ಈ
or such
ಬಿಜೆಪಿ
situation.
ಅವ್ರಿಗಿರೋಂಥ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲಾರಿಟಿ
People
ಭಾರತ್
surrounding
ಜೋಡೋ
him are the
ಯಾತ್ರೆ
reason
ಮಾಡಿ
for such
ಇಡೀ ದೇಶ
situation.
ಗಮನವನ್ನು ಸೆಳೆದು ನಿಮ್ಮಂಥವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೃದಯವನ್ನು ಗೆದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
ಸರ್, ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಕೊನೆಯ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಅಂತ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್.
ಅವರ ಸ್ವಂತ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯನ ನಾನ್ಯಾಕೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಲಿ? ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನೀವುಂಟು ಅವರುಂಟು, ನಮ್ಮ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ.
ಒಬ್ಬರು ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. That will decide whether Shivakumar should contest, Siddaramaiah should contest, or you will contest the many seat. You and me may pick you also. ಏನೋ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿ ಕಮಿಟಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್
ಇನ್ನ ಅದು ಚರ್ಚೆಗೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಹೇಳಿತ್ತು, ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವರ್ಣದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Oh my God, Hyderabad, not in Telangana, not in Karnataka. Huh? We don't have any struck with anyone, we are struck only with the people of Karnataka. People of Karnataka, we have a struck a deal. We believe them. The deal between BB and the voters of Karnataka, they will see that the BJP will throw. That is the deal.
Sir, 43 days to go for the elections. May 10th is election. Today, election commission has announced. So, how do you see? What is the poll plan that you are going? One is 40% commission sarkar.
You want him to answer, me to answer?
No, you, sir.
Myself, okay.
So another 40 days to go for elections. How do you see the Karnataka elections? What are the main issues these elections?
I've been telling this 40 days is a very important day. It is day to make, and it is a morda to have a new Karnataka day, for a better Karnataka day, for a progressive Karnataka day. It is a day which will root out corruption in Karnataka. May 10th, it is not only a voting day, it is a day which will root out the corruption. It is a day which will have a new Karnataka, a global Karnataka, a better Karnataka.
Branded Karnataka.
On that day, Congress party will come and prosperity will begin.
I think that's it.
That day, it will be your future. All your future lies on that day. We have a manifesto. We will come up with the manifesto. We want a global Karnataka. We want a prosperous Karnataka. We want a government with a good governance, and Congress party will give the governance.
If I can just make one comment. Excuse me. One moment, gentlemen. क्या मैं एक बात कहता हूँ? हिंदी समझते हैं? सुनिए. मैं उत्तर में उस राज्य से आता हूँ जिसको देवभूमि कहते हैं, हिमाचल. हिमाचल में पूरा बीजेपी की ताकत, प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री, सारा केंद्रीय नेतृत्व, सारा मुख्यमंत्री उधर 3 सप्ताह तक घूमते रहे. सारा साधन प्रचंड प्रचार तंत्र, और हमने बीजेपी को हराया है. हमने हराया, कांग्रेस ने. देवभूमि से जो संदेश है वो कर्नाटक में भी गूंजेगा, जैसा शिव कुमार जी ने कहा. यहाँ पे भी वही होने लगा.
Recently, Modi, Davangere spoke about the Himachal Pradesh elections. He said that the Congress has given the poll promises were not seen in the budget. They fooled the people of Himachal Pradesh. Was his statement. Davangere.
Who says that is not there? We made a poll promise to restore the old pension scheme in the first cabinet meeting. We have done it. Will the Prime Minister now restore the old pension scheme in the country? Congress governments have done it. This was a major promise that we made. We have made a promise of giving 1,500 rupees to the women. The first allocations have been made in the budget, the Himachal budget. We had made a promise to fill up the vacancies in the government jobs to be filled up. The provisions have been made and the recruitment is going to start soon. So how? The promises are not, you don't recruit 2 lakh people in 2 days. There's a process, legal process to be followed. Let me tell you one thing. The BJP, Honorable Prime Minister, they talk of the common man. We have made the son of the soil and somebody who comes from the commonest of the common families as the Chief Minister who has become. His humble beginning, how he started, how he even sold milk, because I know him, to finance his studies, to work on daily wages to finance his studies, to emerge as a dynamic student leader and youth leader. He was our PCC chief. Now he is the Chief Minister of the state. What we have given is very clear, and we have given also a defeat to the BJP after their string of victories.
So on the promises and the poor promises and Prime Minister will come out with a different press conference. You can make all a list of them. You can call them also on some stage before either me and the Chief Minister. I'm going to debate on that. I don't know about Aam Aadmi Party. I wish them all the best. I welcome them to Karnataka.
ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಕೆಲ ನಾಯಕರು ಸಂಪರ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವರಿಷ್ಠರು ಹೀಗೆ
ಬಹಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಹಿರಂಗ ಮಾಡುವಂತೇಳಿ We'll discuss later. Thank you.
The Aam Aadmi Party contested all 68, they lost all. Deposits in all. What is that?